Welcome to another episode of What You Need to Know About Your Fruits. Our interest today will be on apples. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Apples thrive best in hardiness zones 3-8, with certain varieties faring better in specific zones than others. Central and northern regions should plant in early spring, when the soil begins to warm. Regions with milder winters may also see success planting in early fall. How far apart should apple trees be planted? Distance is crucial for healthy apple trees. Space full-size trees 15-18 feet apart, and dwarfing rootstock 4-8 feet apart so they can spread out as they mature. 6 tips for growing apple trees before we continues. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you soon on another episode. Even though apple trees are not necessarily high maintenance, they still benefit from active care. 1. Water. Water regularly, but don't soak. Apples like a moist, well-drained soil, but overwatering can lead to root rot. 2. Provide support. In order to support heavier fruit production later, young trees need help establishing a sturdy frame of branches. 3. Practice companion planting. Apple trees require cross-pollination, with the exception of many self-pollinating varieties like Honeycrisp, Gala, and Cortland, between different cultivars that bloom on the same schedule. Ensure your garden attracts plenty of pollinators by planting attractive, aromatic plants nearby. Learn more about companion planting in our complete guide here. 4. Mulch. Mulching can help with moisture retention and soil temperature, but be sure to remove it in fall after the harvest to prevent mice from nesting in it over the winter and destroying the bark. 5. Prune. There's no need to overprune during the growing season, but do remove any dead or broken branches as you see them. Regular yearly pruning provides good air circulation, which can curb diseases and allows the leaves to dry out quicker after a rain. 6. Control pests. Though there are disease and pest-resistant varieties, apple trees are vulnerable to a number of threats: fire blight, apple maggots, codling moths, and fungal diseases like apple scab. Companion planting can help repel insects like aphids and mites, and apple maggots can be eradicated with a hanging sticky trap or 2, but some trees may require an annual pesticide spraying to keep most bacterial diseases at bay. How to harvest apples. Depending on the variety, apples can be harvested in the late summer through the fall. Pick when apples have reached the deepest shade of their cultivar color. They should separate from the stem with little resistance. Simply twist and pull up. Put overripe or softer apples to use in the kitchen, turn them into applesauce, compotes, apple butter, and more. How to store apples short-term before we continues. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you soon on another episode. Follow these tips to properly store apples you plan on using in a few weeks. 1. Keep apples at room temperature. Whole apples left on the counter, away from direct sunlight, will keep for a week. 2. Store apples in the crisper drawer. Whole apples can last up to 6 weeks in the refrigerator crisper drawer. To keep them fresh, wrap the apples in a damp paper towel or place them in a plastic bag with holes. Make sure you store apples away from other produce because the ethylene gas that apples give off will make other fruits and vegetables ripen more quickly. 3. Squeeze lemon juice on apple slices. Cut apples will keep in the refrigerator for 3 to 5 days. You can toss the apple slices in lemon juice to keep them from browning. How to store apples long term. If you are looking to store apples for a few months, consider the following long-term storage options. 1. Keep your apples in a dark, cool place. Traditionally, the best way to store apples long-term was in a root cellar. Those places are dark and cold, the preferred environment for apples. You may not have a root cellar, but you can turn your unheated basement or garage into an apple storage room. Make sure the room is cold and gets plenty of air circulation. 2. Wrap the apples before storage. To store whole apples long term, wrap each apple in paper and gently put it in a box. If your home is dry, you may want to mist the wrapped apples regularly. You won't need to remove them from the paper. Check on the apples once a week, and remove any with signs of decay. You can eat these apples fresh, or cook with them. Freeze the apples. You can also freeze the apples, which will keep for up to 6 months in the freezer. Toss the cut apples in lemon juice to prevent them from browning, then dry them. You can then flash freeze the cut apples, or even whole apples, overnight. After flash freezing, transfer them to a freezer bag for long-term storage. Note that freezing apples will cause them to lose their crispness and some of their texture. Frozen apples work best for recipes that require cooked apples, such as apple pie, apple butter, or apple sauce. Health benefits of apple. Before we continues, please, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you soon on another episode. 1. Apples may lower high cholesterol and blood pressure. Savor a juicy apple and you may help keep your ticker healthy in the process. Studies have linked apple consumption with reduced risk of cardiovascular disease, which may be related to the cholesterol-lowering benefits of the soluble fiber found in apples, says Ans Lovar. 2. Eating foods with fiber, including apples, can aid digestion. You've likely heard that fiber is good for digestion, and what you've heard is true. According to Harvard Health Publishing, both types of fiber, soluble and insoluble, which means it can't be absorbed in water, are important for digestion. And you're in luck, apples have both types, according to the University of Illinois. Soluble fiber helps slow down digestion, allowing you to feel full, and also slows the digestion of glucose, which helps control your blood sugar. Meanwhile, insoluble fiber can help move food through your system and aid with constipation and regularity, per Harvard. 3. Apples can support a healthy immune system. Who doesn't want a stronger immune system going into autumn? Apples might be an important tool in your immune-supporting toolkit. According to research in animals, a diet filled with soluble fiber helped convert immune cells that were pro-inflammatory into anti-inflammatory and immune-supporting ones. Another animal study, published in May 2018 in the journal Immunity, found that a diet high in dietary fiber protected mice against the flu. Whether those effects would be seen in humans is unclear until there are more studies. 4. Apples are a diabetes-friendly fruit. If you have type 2 diabetes, consider adding apples to your diet. Sure, they're a fruit, but it's a common misconception that people with diabetes can't eat fruit. In this case, apples' soluble fiber can help slow the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream and may improve blood sugar levels, the Mayo Clinic notes. Plus, per Mayo, a healthy diet that includes insoluble fiber can lower your odds of developing type 2 diabetes in the first place. Furthermore, a study of people with type 2 diabetes published in August 2016 in Experimental and Therapeutic Medicine found that regularly consuming soluble fiber helped reduce insulin resistance and improved blood sugar and triglyceride levels. 5. The antioxidants in apples may play a role in cancer prevention. While there's no one surefire way to prevent cancer, apples could help play a role. Apples may reduce the risk of certain cancers, which researchers speculate is related to the antioxidants found in apples, says Ans Lovar. Research suggests that apples have a very high level of antioxidants, and in laboratory studies, these antioxidants have been shown to limit cancer cell growth. A review published in October 2016 in Public Health Nutrition found that eating apples regularly is associated with a reduced risk of certain cancers, including colorectal, oral cavity, esophageal, and breast cancers. The fiber in apples may provide cancer-preventing perks. A study published in March 2016 in the journal Pediatrics found that women who ate more high-fiber foods during adolescence and young adulthood, especially lots of fruits and vegetables, had a lower breast cancer risk later in life. 6. Eating apples can support healthy weight loss. A diet rich in fruit and vegetables can help you maintain a healthy weight or shed pounds, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Because apples are filled with dietary fiber, they are high on this list. Fiber slows digestion and the rise of blood sugar, keeping you satiated and less likely to overeat, says Levinson. According to that study in The Lancet, people who ate the most fiber had a significantly lower body weight. Research shows that overweight women who ate 3 apples a day lost 1.22 kilograms, 2.7 pounds, after 12 weeks. 3. At only 95 calories for a medium-sized apple, this fruit is one you'll want to keep on hand when sweet cravings strike. 7. Apples may help prevent Alzheimer's disease. Time to start eating more apples and other flavonoid-rich foods like berries and tea. Research published in August 2020 in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adults age 50 and older who included only a small amount of flavonoid-rich foods like berries, apples, and tea in their diet were a whopping 2 to 4 times more likely to develop Alzheimer's disease and related types of dementia over 20 years compared with people who ate more flavonoid-rich foods. On top of that, a review published in January 2020 in the journal Biomolecules found that quercetin, a flavonoid found in apples, protects neurons from oxidative damage and contains other anti-Alzheimer's disease properties, too. But, the researchers say, more research needs to be done outside of a laboratory setting. Thanks for watching interesting facts about apples. Please, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you soon on another episode.